Alright, so gonna do another Adventures in Zooland here. So the first two I was pretty young. This video took place I was a little bigger. I was in high school and I'm pretty sure I was over 6 foot tall already, so even though I was skinny from running all the time, I had pretty decent genetics, so I was stronger than an average person. Average people aren't really that strong. I was nothing at all like people that lift weights yet, but I definitely had some strength and I started feeling pretty good about myself. Like I could handle myself and I was good to go. And so I was feeling pretty secure most of the time. I had lost that like little kid fear where you're always afraid monsters are gonna get you, or people are gonna get you, or dogs are gonna get you, or all that stuff. Because when you're a little kid, you're weak and you're vulnerable. I mean, that's the nature of most animals. You young stay close to the parents so they can be protected. So I was at the San Diego Wild Animal Park with my dad and my brother, and we were doing that loop again. And we already seen the elephants and the lions, and we were over at the tigers. They had Sumatran tigers over at the Wild Animal Park, which is the smallest species of tiger, but even they are pretty big. They're definitely strong and dangerous, that's for sure. I mean, you think about how dangerous like a leopard or a jaguar is, and even a Sumatran tiger is significantly bigger and stronger than that. So anyway, my dad and I, we've always were respectful to like the space of animals and property rights and keep out signs and all that stuff, but my brother was more of the kind of person to do whatever he wanted to do. So these tigers, they were like masters of camouflage. Like so many times when we were at the zoo, you would sit there, there's like this big field of grass. Like my place, we had 10 acres once, and then we had 1 acre on Miller Road. So I would think the tiger's enclosure was probably like 4 or 5 acres maybe. It was significantly bigger than our 1 acre lot. So might have just been 3 or something, but the point is there was like a lot of grass, a lot of places for them to hide, and then they're just, you know, you'd think being bright orange, they'd be easy to see, but like the way the shade of the grass falls on them and stuff, they just really blend in. It's crazy. So this was one of those days where for the life of us, we couldn't see these tigers. It was just like crazy. Like we were looking and looking and looking, and there was just no luck. And this bothered my brother. Like there'd been maybe a few times over the years that my dad and I hadn't seen a tiger because it hid so well. Most of the time we'd find one after a few minutes. But we were like, oh well, we'll see one next time, and we were ready to move on. But my brother was like all mad he didn't see one. So he like hopped over the little fence and went down like the restricted zone and stuff. And I went with him, and we ended up back behind the enclosure where they had like a holding pen, and there was a tiger in it. And when he saw us, he got so insanely angry. Like we were in his territory, his space, and he just like roared all loud and rushed the fence. And it was like the scariest thing I ever saw. It's insane. Like, you know, these are powerful, deadly predators. You know they're strong. You know they're fast. You know they're explosive and powerful. But it's one thing to see them in movies or in books or on TV or all that stuff, but it is another thing to see that up close. It was insane. I felt so insanely powerless and helpless and weak and feeble and pointless. It was insane. It's like I was a little toddler and this was like some professional NFL linebacker or something. He could just like punt me through the field goal. It's just like, man, it's like, it felt so one-sided. I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing could kill me without even trying. So I was like yeah, you win, tiger. You're the best. You're the alpha. You are a million times better than me. This is your space. I'm just gonna go away. Sorry for disturbing you. And my brother followed suit. So that was just crazy to see that kind of power firsthand. Like, man, it is one thing to see them like in books and movies and TVs and everything, like I said, but up close and personal, it's crazy to see that kind of power right there in front of you. It's just crazy.